Here's how to be resilient in the time of AI. Never lose your ability to critically think through problems and situations and to critically think through what are your own thoughts. Hi, I'm Alessandra. I'm a seasoned climate tech and crypto founder who co-founded a pioneering carbon removal company, and now I work with entrepreneurs, founders in tech looking to build their life-changing, world-changing businesses without burning out and losing their minds. Let's get to today's video. It can be incredibly tempting to outsource everything to AI, especially working on these innovations. These AI companies might not like what I have to say, but the truth is you can't outsource everything to AI. Most people really dislike inauthenticity, a lack of connection, and they do not receive well any outbound messaging or LinkedIn post that is purely AI generated. It just gives us the ick. You think it's helping you get more done, but truthfully, it's harming your ability to use the most important tool you have, which is your brain. Studies are showing that when we outsource cognitive function to AI, we have a decreased ability to have our own cognitive functions. Isn't that risky for you, especially if you're an innovative business owner, someone whose intelligence and creativity is the renewable resource that funds all of their success and progress in the world? It's really hard not to talk about AI nowadays because the proliferation of so many new solutions run on AI to outsource or replace some of the things that we do. It's not a bad thing. It is a good thing because we get to offload some of those repetitive tasks, some of those things that really don't require too much cognitive function, that don't help to enhance the sharpness of our brains. But the danger is when we use that technology or those tools to outsource the way that we critically think through problems. I remember when I was finishing my engineering degree at Columbia University, there was a videographer asking little interviews and snippets from all the graduates dressed up in their gowns on commencement day. And I was asked by the person filming, hey, what was the number one thing, the best thing I learned through my education at Columbia? And I have to be honest, I said, listen, I don't remember any of the formulas. I don't remember any of the specific problem sets. But the one skill that was the most valuable thing I earned through that entire experience was my ability to critically think through a problem, to look at what is in front of me. What are the constraints that are clear? What are the assumptions I need to make about other constraints that are not clear? State those assumptions clearly and be absolutely resourceful in innovating a solution towards the problem. And that's how we all need to approach the new dawn of AI and how it affects our lives personally and how it affects our lives professionally. Think critically. Is that specific role that you're wanting to outsource to AI, does it benefit from true human thought and innovation? Sometimes the answer is no, but oftentimes the answer is yes. This is why I believe that the new dawn in technology for us isn't AI replaces all of our jobs and replaces our existence as human. It's an integration. AI is a tool, is an augmentation to help us improve our lives. It's an addition to how we work, not a replacement of what we do, how we do it, or how we connect with each other. And the ability to critically think is not just relevant to AI. You must be able to understand yourself and what is important to you, your business, and your team, that you can discern what is good advice and what is bad advice. Meaning, discernment is the most important skill that you can learn. I tie it into critical thinking because it's not just about accepting what advice is given to you. Let's say you meet an investor at a networking event and you just think they're like super smart, they know everything, but they don't know you, they don't know your business, they don't know your clients, they're not in the room with your potential customers, they're not in the design room with your designers. Yes, they probably have some experience to listen to, there's some advice to heed and be open to, but you must absolutely assess and discern, is what they're suggesting to me actually appropriate for my situation? Because we just met and we had I shared a 15-second elevator pitch and now he's telling me what I need to do with the business. It could be true, but it also could be completely off. And this is where your role as a founder comes in. Your role as a leader and an innovator is to assess this advice that was given from this potential investor, this advisor. Why did they say that? The best thing you could do is get curious, engage in conversation. Ask them, well, why do you think that? Dig deeper. Because through the process of asking questions, you will uncover the context or the reasons by which they're telling you this. You might find out, hey, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I need. Or you find out they're just trying to be lazy in this conversation and reuse an old playbook that they saw work with Airbnb back in the day. Hello, we're in a whole new era. A big wish that I have for my founders and my clients is, are you able to assess and discern what is actually appropriate for you versus not? Grounded discernment is honestly the chief skill that we need to have, because it allows us to critically think through our challenges, through what's appropriate for us, depending on where we want to go. And this is why every single video always ends up coming back to, are you clear on who you are? And are you clear on what your mission is? Are you clear on what you want and where you're wanting to go? Because if you're not knowing, I'm here and I want to go over there, then you're just going to end up going everywhere. You're going to go around in circles. You might go all the way over there. You might go back this way. And believe it or not, this happens all the time. People think that their movement is success. People confuse and conflate busyness with progress. It is a huge downfall of founders, especially when they think, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so stressed out. That's a good thing. No. What makes you think it's a good thing? Are you clear on what your goal is? Are you clear on what that looks like? Are you clear on the metrics that will signal to you that you've met that you're going in the right direction? Are you clear on the metrics that signal to you, hey, we have arrived, now we need to set the goalpost even farther? If not, you got to go back and assess, where am I actually trying to go? What does it look like? What are the metrics by which I can measure my success or accuracy of reaching said destination? And with that, it gives you grounded clarity. Hey, this thing that I saw on Instagram or this thing that I saw on LinkedIn or YouTube, you got to know where you're wanting to go so that you can discern if anything that comes across your table or across your desk, whether passively through social media or directly from someone you're interacting with, if it's actually appropriate to you. Please, I'm so sick and tired of the laziness of using AI or other people's opinions and thought leaders. Think about yourself and be brave. Be brave to understand who you are as a leader, as a person. What are your skills, your particular strengths and weaknesses? And trust and discern, is that a trustworthy person to talk to? Is that a trustworthy person to engage with and share more information about my business? And is what they're saying going to be appropriate for me? Laziness will stop you from determining whether or not that's actually happening. Laziness and a lack of confidence and insecurity. If you are insecure in who you are, what your skills are, what your strengths are, you will never be able to get to where you're trying to. You might get stuck here, you might go in other directions. You might listen so quickly to this person you probably shouldn't even trust. Or if you could trust them, they're giving you some advice that isn't actually appropriate to you. So the end lesson here is, think critically through your issues. Discern well whether or not that piece of advice, that Instagram post, that LinkedIn article actually applies to you. Maybe there's some nuggets of truth that you could use and be really valuable to you. Or maybe it's just a load of crap. I hope it was helpful. If you like this content, please like the video and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or requests for specific topics for me to cover, please comment in the links below. If you are a founder, a professional who's struggling with stress and burnout in their career and wanting to break free from that, there's a link in the description below, just some information about what I do to help people like you. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Take care until next time.